Arsenal Football Club have moved a step closer in closing the deals down for Gabriel Jesus and Yuri Tielemans. The North London outfit are looking to strengthen their squad, not just with high-quality football players this summer, but add their experience and age to this very positive and very exciting young squad. Official bids are expected very soon, especially with Lacazette seemingly looking like he's found a new club. There was a lot of talk maybe Lacazette getting a new deal. Eddie Nketiah has ended up being the Arsenal player that the Arsenal Football Club have thrown some money behind to keep, just so there is still a striker there. Gabriel Jesus, in the next week or so, an official bid is expected. Yuri Tielemans as well, it's suggested that Arsenal will do that. We're going to delve into these stories in a lot more detail for you. Smash that like, smash that share button. Leave your comments below now. A big thank you to everybody, by the way, that's been leaving the thank yous. They mean a great deal to us. Let's do this. Gabriel Jesus to Arsenal has been a talking point that has been around for a number of weeks now, and Arsenal have now stepped up their efforts to sign Jesus from Manchester City as the gap in the attack now emerges at the Emirates following Alexandre Lacazette's decision to return to his former club Lyon on a free transfer. I'm not too sure of why the connection of Lacazette leaving is a sign that, Arsenal were going to close in on Jesus. He was free. He was always going to leave. That's kind of what the media reporting. That bit doesn't really make sense to me. But what does make sense is Arsenal are now going to look towards making their bid official. They've been negotiating behind the scenes via an intermediary for the last three to 4 weeks, really, trying to reduce that price. Around £55 million is said to be the asking price. Arsenal wanted to pay somewhere in the mid to high 30s. There are some reports, if you read them, few people, if you speak to them, that suggest Arsenal might be able to pick this up for around about the mid 40s. But mid 40s to £50 million is going to be the price. With Arsenal, of course, they are making bids, but they will call it negotiating via an intermediary. So there's no quote unquote official bids, but they are closing in to bring the Brazilian to Arsenal Football Club. And as stated many times on the Terrace, this is a tremendous signing. It is an absolutely tremendous signing for Arsenal. High quality, got an eye for goal, hold-up player is very good. He comes from winning stock at Manchester City, but most importantly, it's the age. The age for me is so significant. I saw a clip. From Miguel's channel, EGTV, from an Arsenal fan, sort of basically blaming their failure of making top four on Bukayo Saka. I think he worded it wrong, but I got where he was coming from. The young players faded, and the young players were always going to fade. Young players can never carry a team. You'll always hear the nonsense that the class of 92 won Man United Premier Leagues. They contributed, they had decisive games and moments, but that core, Schmeichel, Pallister, Bruce, Roy Keane, Eric Cantona, Andy Cole, that surrounded that young group is the reason, that Manchester United's youngsters were able to flourish. Arsenal need to add those experienced players in, and Gabriel Jesus is going to be that. And what's very interesting is that you listen to Gabriel, the centre-back, who has said that in the Brazilian dressing room, of course, you're away on international duty, there's a lot of joking about the move. There's a lot of are you going to go? Are you not going to go? So it appears there's a high chance this is going to be closed off very soon. Now, this kind of mini international break, the nations leagues in Europe and qualifiers and friendlies for other nations, it's kind of delaying things a little bit in terms of these deals. But Arsenal want to act, and they want to act quickly. And that also goes the same for Yuri Tielemans. Now, Yuri Tielemans, there's hints of a bid next week for Yuri Tielemans to come into Arsenal Football Club. Fabrizio Romano has kind of hinted at this, that there is an opportunity, there's a chance that this may happen. Now, reading through a number of articles, it says that Arsenal are reportedly making a deal for the Leicester City midfielder Yuri Tielemans a priority, with a decision on the transfer expected next week. He says Tielemans has been linked with a move to the Gunners for some time now. The 25-year-old is expected to leave Leicester this summer after spending 3 impressive seasons at the club. Arsenal have already started contract talks with the players' camp for weeks, and Tielemans is considered an opportunity on the market because he will not sign a new contract with Leicester. A fee of around 35 million euros is being discussed. Now, the reason why these two deals Arsenal have got to swoop in is the fact that there's not a lot of transfer activity going on at the minute. There's a lot of probing, there's a lot of plate spinning, there's a lot of conversations, but very few official bids. Yuri Tielemans and Gabriel Jesus are Champions League quality players, in my opinion. There are Champions League clubs that have started to do some work, but Arsenal are ahead of the game. Yuri Tielemans has been a player for over 12 months that Arsenal have been working on. Gabriel Jesus is a player that Arsenal have been speaking to for about 2.5, 3 months now. So they've done a lot more groundwork, a lot more courting, and they put a lot more oomph into getting this deal done and getting this deal over the line. Now, the reason why they've got to act quickly is because if they don't, somebody else might swoop in. And we've already seen this summer, Tielemans to Real Madrid almost dusted over the line. The reason that Real Madrid had the money to go after another very expensive player is because Kylian Mbappe didn't sign. The butterfly effect of one transfer can have a knock-on effect elsewhere. So Arsenal need to act quickly. Arsenal need to get these deals done, bring in top-quality players. I think Yuri Tielemans, I know there are question marks, and some Arsenal fans are not too convinced. I think he's a very, very good player, but he needs to be tested. At £35 million, it's a bit of a steal, really. 2 years ago, he was probably going to cost you 50, 60 million. He's a player that Liverpool have done a lot of groundwork on and really considered bringing into the football club to replace Gini. So there's clearly some talent there. And Gabriel Jesus, I just think wants to be loved. I think he wants to be made the number 9. Now, Gabriel Jesus is reportedly very happy to be at Arsenal with or without Champions League football. That isn't his priority. It's game time that he wants above and beyond anything else. Yuri Tielemans is a little different. He has stated many times he wants to play in the Champions League. That's why Arsenal must also act quickly so that nobody else comes in and potentially takes him away. My personal feeling through everybody I've spoken to, the journalists I've spoken to, the articles I've read is that Arsenal are leading the race in both of these transfer mini sagas, as they were. And I'm also intrigued to see the way Arsenal operate, what else that does to the market. I'm intrigued to see what that does from a point of view of Spurs, Man United, Liverpool, that are also looking at strikers and attackers, that are also looking at midfield players. Because every time a deal is done, that is another option. Whether that person's second, third, fourth on your priority list, it wipes them away. You know, so let's say you're Man United and you've got 5 midfielders. And by the way, Yuri Tielemans was on the Man United list. We were lower down his priority than Arsenal. We didn't have Champions League. We're written off. So that's a midfield option that we've lost instantly. If suddenly another midfield option of Man United goes, suddenly you're getting down to not the bare bones, but actually, Joe, we better get a midfielder in now. We better act. Otherwise, the rest of our list could go. The same could happen with attackers. We know that Spurs have been looking at Gabriel Jesus. They want to bring somebody else in to that attack. Yes, Terrace has come in, but a lot of people think he might be playing wing back as opposed to a forward position. They need a replacement, or they need a backup or a partner potentially. We don't know the formation yet for Harry Kane. Gabriel Jesus was being looked at. Who else is on the list? If Gabriel Jesus goes to Arsenal, they have to maybe start moving a little bit sooner rather than later. So for me personally, just as a football fan, I'm hoping these bids from Arsenal come in. I'm hoping they make these moves. And if I'm being honest with you, I want Arsenal to have a strong summer. I want Spurs to have a strong summer. I want Chelsea, United. I want everyone to have a strong summer. I want us to start the season with fans excited and confident their team can improve and move forward. No excuses. What I don't want is 2 or 3 teams starting the season going, we didn't really do much, not really happy with our business. It's okay for my team to fail. I want fans to be behind their teams fully, and this could be very much the way forward. So Fabrizio Romano has stated he thinks that a bid for Yuri Tielemans could be coming in as early as next week. That's according to a lot of the reports. Gabriel Jesus closing in on the move now to Arsenal. Combined total for both players reportedly around 70 to 75 million pounds, which is just under half of Arsenal's reported budget of £150 million. And it just shows you that there are deals to be done. Arsenal need core quality coming in. Those two, maybe plus two more, another 35, 40 million player one way, another 50, 60 elsewhere. If they get those players in around that right age profile, 24 to 28, experience, strong, athletic, technically gifted, this Arsenal team could then give an experienced call to these young players and do very, very well indeed next season. And at the very least, allow the fans to put the right type of pressure on Mikel Arteta to say, right, you've got your own squad. You've got a very good squad, very good experienced players, very good youngsters. Go and deliver. Deliver what Arsenal expect and deliver what Arsenal need. Now, viewers, I want your thoughts. I want your feelings on this transfer. Leave us your comments below. But until next time, take care. Look after yourselves. God bless. And we'll see you soon. Thank you.